Good day, dear friends. I'm a physician with 50 years of experience in the United States, a writer who loves weaving tales of health, and a nutrition researcher devoted to seniors. Picture this: you wake up, stretch, and a sharp twinge in your knees stops you cold. You wonder, is this just age creeping in? I've sat with countless patients in my clinic, vibrant souls slowed by aching joints, and for years, I puzzled over a hidden truth. What if the food on your plate, your morning toast, your sweetened coffee, a quick snack is quietly sabotaging your mobility? The World Health Organization notes over 80% of folks past 65 face joint troubles. But I've learned, through decades of practice and research, that the trouble starts earlier, seeded by everyday bites. Today, I'm here to guide you through a journey, a story of 5 silent destroyers wrecking your joints without a whisper. Let's start with a familiar friend, one you might savor daily: refined sugars. In my early days as a doctor, I saw patients like John, a 62-year-old hiker, wince as he described knees that groaned louder each trail. He loved his sugary coffee and morning Danish, never suspecting a link. Here's the catch: when you eat refined sugars, your blood glucose spikes, igniting a fire of inflammation. A study in the Journal of Rheumatology hit me hard: consuming over 20 grams of added sugar daily, just 5 teaspoons, boosts your arthritis risk by 76%. Sneaky, right? Sugar hides in your healthy yogurt, packing 6 teaspoons, or your whole grain cereal, outsweeting a candy bar. Even pasta sauces and multigrain breads play this game. This inflammation gnaws at cartilage, the cushion of your joints, like a slow acid drip. I guided John to peek at labels: watch for corn syrup, dextrose, sucrose, and we swapped his sweets for a touch of raw honey or stevia. He traded juice for whole fruits, eased sugar from his coffee. And months later, his steps felt lighter. You can do this. Pick one item today, check its label, try an apple instead. Your joints are whispering for help. And I'm here, a friend from 50 years of healing, to walk you through this. Now, friends, imagine your kitchen, a place of comfort, where a second silent destroyer has lurked for decades. Disguised as a helper: processed vegetable oils. In my 50 years as a physician, I once trusted the hype: soybean, corn, sunflower, canola, cottonseed oils, touted as healthy. My research for seniors opened my eyes. These oils flood your body with omega-6 fatty acids. And while we need some, balance is everything. Our ancestors ate omega-6 and omega-3 fats evenly, 1-to-1, keeping peace in the body. Today, we're at 20-to-1, a chaos I've studied at length. The University of Michigan showed me. This imbalance stirs inflammation in the fluid around your joints, wearing cartilage 30% faster. I met Mary, a 68-year-old gardener, her hands too stiff for roses, dipping bread in store-bought dressings, snacking on chips, all drenched in these oils. They're in crackers, frozen meals, mayonnaise, fast food fries. Heat them for frying, and they birth aldehydes, toxins that crumble collagen, your joints' scaffolding. I sat with Mary, heart heavy but hopeful, and we turned it around. She switched to extra virgin olive oil for drizzling, coconut oil for cooking, a dab of clarified butter for taste. We ditched restaurant fries, red labels to shun soybean or canola, and cooked at lower heat. Weeks later, her grip eased, roses bloomed again. As a writer, I love this part: handing you the reins. You're not just aging, your diet might be rushing the clock. I've cheered seniors through this, and I'm here for you, guiding with science and stories from my decades. Here we are, friends, mid-journey, facing a modern trickster: ultra-processed foods. In 50 years of medicine, I've watched these invaders storm our shelves, and as a nutrition researcher, I've traced their toll on seniors' joints. Picture grabbing a breakfast bar, a microwave dinner, or deli meat: cheap, tasty, easy. Early in my career, we missed how these, engineered to hook you and last forever, betray your health. The British Medical Journal rang alarm bells. A 10% uptick in these foods lifts inflammatory joint disease risk by 12%. They're not just canned beans, think cereals, industrial breads, instant soups, sausages, sodas, packaged sauces, barely kin to nature. I met Tom, a 70-year-old golfer, elbows and knees aching, starting days with fortified cereal, Lunching on deli sandwiches, snacking on chips. These pack refined sugars, bad oils, plus additives, monosodium glutamate, sulfites, nitrates, firing up inflammation. They skip anti-inflammatory nutrients, and artificial colors stir trouble, while gut bacteria shift, fueling body-wide flames. Tom felt trapped by convenience, a story I've heard often. We laughed over my grandma testif, she wouldn't call it food. Skip it. We cooked oats from scratch, grilled chicken with veggies, swapped chips for nuts. He planned meals, roasted veggies on Sunday, and in 3 weeks, his pain eased, inflammation dropped 40%, no extra pills. As a doctor, I've seen hope bloom. As a writer, I'm thrilled to share this. You're in charge, and I'm your guide, 50 years of wisdom at your side. Let's keep going, dear ones, to a daily essential turned faux excess salt. As a U.S. physician for half a century, I've marveled at salt's role, vital for life, yet a joint destroyer in excess. The World Health Organization caps it at 5 grams daily. A teaspoon, but we Americans often hit 10 or 12 grams. I've seen patients, like Sarah, a 66-year-old teacher, her swollen ankles and stiff knees slowing her classroom stride. She salted fries, savored canned soups, loved a turkey sandwich. Blind to the pile-up. Excess salt makes your body hoard water, diluting sodium. But that fluid burdens knees, hips, ankles. Yale studies shook me. Too much sodium rouses immune cells, spiking autoimmune inflammation, worsening arthritis, wearing joints. The shock? Some 80% of salt hides in processed foods. 2 grams in a pizza slice, 3 in a soup can, even sweetbreads sneak it in. Sarah and I fought back, cooking at home to tame salt. We traded the shaker for rosemary, thyme. Garlic flavor exploded. She cut salt slowly, watched sauces and cans, boosted potassium with bananas, avocados, potatoes. Weeks later, her joints sighed relief, steps grew sure. My researcher's mind tracked this shift, my doctor's heart cheered her win. I'm here, weaving this tale, handing you tools from 50 years of care. And now, friends, our final chapter unfolds, revealing a sneaky foe: acidifying foods. I'm your physician of 50 years, a writer of hope, a nutrition researcher for seniors. Your body craves a slightly alkaline pH, but modern eats tip it acid. To balance, it pulls calcium from bones, weakening them and stressing joints. A University of California study followed adults for a decade. High acid diets meant 40% more bone loss, 60% more joint woes. Culprits? Excess red meat, aged cheeses, refined wheat, white flours, sugars, sodas, too much alcohol or caffeine. Even healthy nuts, commercial yogurts, cereals can acidify. Lisa, a 71-year-old dancer, came to me, hips and knees aching, puzzled by her yogurt and steak habit. We piled her plate with spinach, kale, fresh citrus, acidic in taste, alkaline in effect. Cut red meat to once or twice weekly. Started mornings with lemon water, added seeds, beans. Her grace returned, pain faded. Then, the big picture: Harvard found combining sugars, bad oils,